everybody? It's another exciting edition of the Sports Hole. I'm your host, Luke. With me, as always, XFL Jim, rock and roll Matty Goldberg, or death metal Matty Goldberg tonight.
I was talking about the Hulu, the guys they brought us Dark Side of the Ring that we cover. They have the 8 series on metal.
Right.
It's on Hulu. You can stream them all. I haven't seen it yet. I'm really looking forward. It's got Death, Pantera, Plasmatics, the great Wendy O. Williams.
Yeah.
Which is I don't think Jim is aware of who Wendy O. Williams was, but she was a
Jim,
trip.
if you want a boner, you will look up Wendy O. Williams.
Not the Wendy O. Williams that most people are used to today, but
no, that's just Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
This is Wendy
O.
Williams.
Williams was a whole different trip.
Ooh. Jim, this is your type of woman. She's from the wastelands, Jim.
They're doing the Pantera Death.
I like what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I think the Judas Priest suicide thing, where the kid killed himself. They went to court for it. So I'm looking forward. But we're knee deep in football.
Knee deep in that shit. Yeah.
I got a little something going. I got a little something going on tonight, folks.
What do you got going on, Matty?
So, I've been getting my ass kicked so far in gambling. I just can't figure these games out. It's been a bloodbath so far. And I've been kind of down, and I'm in this $10 confidence pool of 46 people. And I get an email that if the Ravens win tonight, I'll win $460 on $10. And if the Lions win, I win nothing. Luckily, I was able to hedge this. I'm a pussy. Jim would not be happy about this. He is not a hedge guy. But I was able to get the Lions for plus 280 at $110. So I'm going to win $300 no matter what.
Wow.
Hey, that's money moves, Matty.
Exactly. You got to be safe in this world.
God, that New York.
I'm not going to give the score away, so I'm not going to act excited. You're not going to see me.
While we're listening to this, you'll know which side of Matty's bet won.
Well, it's pretty much even. I get a little extra if the Ravens win, but it's only $50 more. So I'm just happy because the first few weeks I actually had a bet. Check this out, guys. I put $20 on first quarter Nebraska Michigan under 9.5. Last play of the fucking quarter, they just let Bryce Underwood run right up the middle, and I'm like, how unlucky can I fucking be?
That was a great play. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, so I've been losing games like that. I had the over the the Cowboys, Bears. I needed one touchdown for forever.
That one was a brutal one.
Yeah. So I'm just I'm so used to losing. I'm I'm not taking any chances tonight. I'm going to hedge. It'll cost me $100, an extra $50, but I'm tired. I need a win under my belt. So this will be good for me. So
that's fair. You're gonna get off the
no emotion. You will not see any emotion. Holy shit!
I got hammered this last weekend, but the weekend before I did pretty decent. So I'm above water.
That's good to know.
Been fun.
All right.
I always want us to win money.
So into it.
We want to get into it, Jim.
We're deep in it.
You guys, by the way, are the most cordial guys when it comes to sometimes two people can't talk to each other. Let's just not talk for a week. It gets kind of catty, but you guys keep it very civil.
Oh, that's because Michigan won.
Yeah. I said what the outcome of the game was gonna be.
Matty, I had a buddy that had testicular cancer when he was young man at 25. He was a Michigan State fan. And then I think after that trouble with the snap, the punting fumble one, I think I told him I wish cancer would come back for that other nut.
Yeah.
But now I'm older and more mature.
What are you thinking? Is there something about this coach? Do you think, I don't know what the difference between Sharon Moore and this silly, funny, fat guy is.
Is not this is Biff Poggi. You put some respect on his fucking.
Maddie.
That's the future coach.
Maddie is like how Matthew McConaughey is to Texas. That's what Biff Poggi is.
And I know,
to,
and it's I know
that's
that
the future head coach of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
Yes.
I know that he loves Sharon Moore and they're best buddies, and that's what they were saying. But is it weird that they play a little better under Biff? They're more relaxed, more. It just seems like a more cohesive group. Last week is hard to judge because they played a cupcake.
Yeah.
But they played very well. They never panicked. Nebraska gave some punches in the face, and they never panicked.
I think that has a lot to do with Bryce Underwood not panicking.
And he is the real deal so far.
He's good.
He is, and that's without a receiving core at all.
Yeah.
He's got one pretty good guy, and then a bunch of guys.
They're not letting him do.
I was gonna say, Luke, you're the one knock I do have against Michigan is the wide receivers.
Oh, that's that's.
I think what we're not realizing with Nebraska is their interior players are not up to the level of Michigan, Ohio State. They're
offensively for Nebraska, the offensive line is probably the biggest disappointment because this is it's a very senior heavy roster on the O line, and a lot of these guys, a lot of the guys on the O line are 4-star guys that were pretty highly rated recruits. The defensive line, I think everyone saw taking a step back because they lost 2 guys that were big seniors, played heavily last year. Both guys who were big 300+ guys, and now everyone on the Nebraska D line is 280. When it comes to D tackles, a little bit scrawnier. And you saw that on full display against a team like Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, one thing, Maddie, too, is the line actually started to gel the last couple of weeks, too.
Yeah.
Where, and they were clearing out the holes. They were getting to the second level. That's why these guys were able to bust these 70-yard runs,
Sure.
So I don't know. I think I'll still hold my thoughts on Sharon. That might have something to do, too. Maybe feeling a little more relaxed. You don't have the head dude looking over you. Who knows?
Now this for both teams, you go into the Big Ten, it gets real. I'm really curious to see what Washington will do against Ohio State. I'm calling it right now, money line. Washington will win this Saturday. Jed Fish, he's going to take him down.
You sure Jed Fish isn't already worried about taking the Florida job?
And the bet he might be. But the
I love
best
that
thing
Washington's just where you stop before you go to a bigger program.
Well, the other thing about it is
also Jeff Fish, I don't think is stuck around at a place for longer than 2 years.
By the way, I know this is totally off the subject, but did you guys see the great Jordan, whatever her outfit at the North Carolina Central Florida game?
No, I didn't have that privilege.
Holy fuck! Look up right now, Luke. You need to.
Is it weird that she's on the sideline?
It's weird that she's on the sideline in a skirt.
It's like a denim skirt?
That it's the size of a belt with boots to her knees.
Boy, this girl could stand some muscle milk or something like that.
But it's what are you doing? What is Belichick doing? Again,
didn't she give him a kiss on the sidelines too?
Who knows? But it's again, what I always say, the movie Bull Durham has the best line about this stuff. If you win 20 games, you can have fungus on your shower shoes. If you're not winning, you're a slob. So if Bill Belichick's winning, this is all fun and dandy. But if you're getting your ass kicked by Central Florida, you look like a fool.
So she's just fungus on shoes right now.
I don't know what's going on with her.
On the Central Florida side, Scott Frost, 16 in a row at UCF.
Isn't that wild?
Maybe that's just his magical safe place.
You can now watch these games condensed, which is really good. So you can watch a 10-minute version of the game on.
I love doing that on YouTube, just throughout the week.
Yeah, at night I get high and I just watch all the games. And the funniest thing, there was a 3rd and 3, and North Carolina running back ran for 4 yards for a first down. And these guys got to sell Belichick. And they're that is some Belichick football right there. I'm like, a guy ran for 4 yards and got a first down while he's getting killed 40-0 or whatever the score was. I mean, come on.
I'm like, I've already forgot about him coaching there. If that sounds dumb,
just wait. Like I'm pretty sure this week they played Clemson.
Like, I can just see how this season's going to go, and it doesn't feel good for
everybody.
him.
Forgot about it.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot about it, and then they were talking about Jordan Hudson on the sidelines. I'm like, oh yeah, and they lost again, big time. You know, like.
Well, if you're going to be on the sidelines, do it the Irsay daughter. Have a clipboard and a headset.
Play the part.
Exactly.
Why don't they just let her be special teams coordinator or something?
Why not? His son is.
I mean, it feels like they're not even coached at all.
Last year, his son was the defensive coordinator for Washington.
Yeah.
And they're playing great. Coincidence?
I mean, they weren't bad last year defensively. No. They weren't like awful.
But they were rebuilding. Like they had to rebuild, and now I think they're going to beat Ohio State this week. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling.
Wow. Matty, are you excited for this coming week of college football? It's like it's the main attraction, guys.
We also got to talk. We also got to talk about Arch Manning.
Hold on, we got a lot to talk about that happened this past
San
week.
Antonio.
Oh yeah,
like
Sam Houston, Matty. Sam Houston.
Vintage. Did you see Arch Manning?
Did you see him get in that guy's face and put his nuts in the guy's face?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
They're 0-3. They're the worst team in Division 1A, and he's like, it's like, bro, wait till the SEC starts. You're gonna get your jock handed to you. You're becoming a villain.
Oh, I might like that.
Their first SEC game isn't until Oklahoma, though.
Oh, never mind. We got to talk about Oklahoma looking okay. That was a tough win.
Good, but did you see the SEC came out and like apologized to Auburn for a bunch of the reffing?
You know, I'll tell you this. You want to know something?
Listen, John Mateer wins, okay?
Thank you for reminding me this, Jim, because I will say something, and I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist, but there was a play in the game where I think the second or first drive, Oklahoma, the guy clearly fumbled a receiver, and it was taken back for a touchdown. And they sat there and they reviewed it, and it was like they were looking for anything to switch it, and they did. And I know you watch all the games. That was a fumble and a touchdown, right?
That the missed pass interference call on Oklahoma, and then also the play where Oklahoma had the guy walking towards the out of bounds, like walking towards the sidelines, and then they snap it because apparently in the rules you can't use these substitutions as deception.
Yeah.
So the SEC officially came out and said, that this stuff shouldn't have happened. Auburn kind of got screwed.
Sure.
Oklahoma's thinking less of Oklahoma now.
John Mateer is good.
John Mateer is very good. I think my favorite quarterback, and we were talking about it last week, was Josh Hoover's 50-1. That's got to come down to what, 20-1 now?
Probably 30-1, 25-1 or something like that. They'll have a good shot of competing for the Big 12 championship.
He's the best quarterback in the country, in my opinion.
He's up there. I like him. I like Fernando Mendoza a lot at Indiana.
Mm-hmm. And even the guy at USC is looking good so far.
Yeah, Jordan Mayava.
Yeah.
He's good. Dude, USC, this will be a good test for USC too this week.
Yeah. What game are we missing? I feel like we're missing a big game.
Did you watch the Miami-Florida game?
Yes, and I bet on Miami big.
Okay.
And it drives me nuts.
So I sat there, I watched this whole game. And the first two drives, you're like, oh my God, this is fucking 80s Miami. This is early 2000s Miami. And then after that, I'm like, this team is not good.
They're good. The coach takes the foot off the gas, and it drives me nuts because how many losses the last 2 years has Cristobal lost because he takes the foot off the gas?
If Florida had
the foot off their gas,
mildly competent offense, they could have won that game.
They stopped playing.
I think Florida's defense is legit, and I think we've seen that through most of the season that their defense is legit. Their offense legitimately might be like the worst offense in the SEC.
It is miserable.
It's so bad.
And the fact that Billy Napier,
Billy Napier decided to not bring in an OC and call plays himself is disgusting.
There's going to be a game
he's going
to
find out when he's unemployed.
There's going to be a game where the defense finally gives in, but they're not there yet. And until then, they're going to make these games interesting, but they stay in the games because their defense is so good. Miami should have won 31-0. They just take their foot off the gas, man.
Dominating. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Miami, though, after this. I don't think
they're going to blow a game.
Is that good either. I think he's a good game manager. If they don't make him do much, if they don't make him do much, he'll be fine. But if he's got to win that game, I'm not sure if he can do it.
The issue with Miami is, like, if you look at their season, what's the other game that they really have competitively is what? Florida State? Who else in the ACC can really challenge them?
That's a good game.
That's a very tough game. Yeah, but they'll find a way to blow a game. They will blow a game that they're up 20-3, and they'll blow
I just don't see anyone in the ACC that is on their schedule that is, like, pushing them.
Yeah, but Clemson can win any day. Like, because they're bad.
Disagree. I think Clemson is a legitimately bad team.
Well, just because they're bad doesn't mean, they can't win it. A crazy game that they get up for.
Maybe. I just don't see it. I don't believe it. I think this might be like the closest the Clemson teams come to like quitting.
Do we think it's it for Dabo? Final year?
No.
Maybe at Clemson, I don't think they fire him, but I think maybe he, like, if a big job opens up, I could see him leaving, but I doubt
Florida
it.
Or something.
I think Florida.
I don't think he leaves for Florida. I think really it's like
he's done too much.
Say if what's his name at Alabama goes like 8-4, 7, like somehow 7-5, 8-4.
He's done too much to be fired because he's got 2 national titles. They've been awesome for 8 out of the last 10 years. You're due for an off year. Like, look at Florida State. Everybody was like, fire their coach. They're right back. Mike Norvell, they're right back where they need to be. It's like sometimes you have a year where everything goes to shit.
This feels like it's more of a slow decline, though. That is,
but it's hard. It's hard to stay on top, man.
I know it's hard, but you might need a reset. You might need to go into the booth for a year. Go to.
Well,
ESPN.
look at Alabama. They got the hot coach, and they had to replace an absolute legend, and it's not going well.
No, I don't think. I don't know what they could do as far as improve, but I just think Dabo, like if they want to be in the national championship picture, I think Dabo is kind of a little checked out.
I think what you would want to see from Dabo is a willingness to like bring in new blood in the coordinator and like assistant coaching area, and not like his good old boys.
Right.
I will say this:
has he embraced the portal yet? Like,
they brought in. So like part of the reason my theory is part of the reason why they're having a not very great season this year is because they did start to embrace the portal, which I think is good, but also teams like Kansas State embracing the portal, like Clemson, where such a big factor is the cohesion and the culture. Mm-hmm. You kind of mess with that a little bit by bringing in so many guys from the portal that if it doesn't work, you're screwed right away. But also, when was the last time you'd say Clemson had like a great quarterback?
What are you talking about?
Trevor Lawrence. Oh, wait, Maddie.
Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence. That's
I was going to say, like, how long ago was Trevor Lawrence?
4 or 5 years ago.
I think it's more than that.
As certain teams like
it's been through Kelly. So we've been through Kelly Bryant. We've been through DJU multiple years. And now we've been through multiple years of Cade Klubnik, who I would classify all those guys as mid to like bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so maybe he can only win if he has like a number 1 draft pick quarterback.
Ask the New England Patriots when the last time they had a good quarterback.
Look how the Patriots are doing. They stink.
They haven't had a good one since Cam Newton.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a big reason. Like, you don't see the issues with Clemson, especially this season. The defense is, like, uncharacteristically really bad.
That's the New York Jets.
Usually from Clemson, you at least expect, like, a good defense.
The Jets haven't had a good quarterback since Joe Willie Namath.
Yeah, Yeah, like college, you expect a team of Clemson caliber to like be able to bring in a serviceable to good quarterback.
Dude, Kate Klunick was the number one recruited guy. It just so happens DJ Ojolai was a big time recruit. It just so happens certain guys like, I always use my buddy Tate Martell. I mean, he was a huge recruit and he sucked. You just don't know, but it's like it's kind of like the Bears. Like people were complaining about the Bears. It's like, well, you got Caleb Williams, you got Ben Johnson. It's not like you're not trying. Some places just don't fucking try. Like UCLA is not trying.
Oh, they're bad.
At least Clemson is trying. But sometimes guys don't work out. It's just like, sometimes you have off years. Like Nick Saban is a master because he never had a bad year. Like Coach, there's certain guys that just don't have bad years. I'll give it even for Kirby Smart. The guy knows how to fucking win, and shit. It's a bad year for Clemson, but I don't think it's like the game is past Dabo. I just think he's having a bad year.
So what do you think their final record is?
6-5, 5-6.
So, yeah, like 7-5.
What was Florida State's last year?
Florida State won 2 games,
and now they have a chance to win the national championship.
Yeah, I don't think Dabo. I don't know if Clemson 2-10, but he gets one of those and then instant hot seat.
I think I can compare this to Harbaugh at Michigan. Harbaugh started out hot, and then he started to slowly had a couple bad years, and the COVID year was a disaster.
That 2021 seat was super hot.
People wanted him fired like a motherfucker.
So he had to totally renegotiate his contract and everything just to keep his job. But something happened, and he got back with it, and
he got the job done,
and then brought us to the promised land. I don't know, Dabo. It just feels like it's been a slow decline, and I'm just not sure what exactly the problem is. I think with Harbaugh, he needed some new coordinators. He just needed something. And
it's it's coordinators, and then it's talent acquisition for Clemson right now.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they probably, if it's Clemson's choice, they give him another year after this. If not, Dabo might just go to the booth, go call games for a year.
He's still young for a coach too.
No,
he's only 55.
Young. Yeah, I mean he could have a whole second life after that. But I think sometimes you just need a reset, whether you get a chance to do that while you're still coaching or whether you got to step away for a year or two. Is just. I think there's definitely more football life in him. I just don't know and I don't know if the fans are going to put up with it, how much they're going to put up with it, because he's raised the ceiling for them. He's raised the expectations.
Who's the next coach you guys think is going to get fired?
In college?
In college.
Mike McDaniel.
I said college, Matty.
Chip Kelly. No,
Napier.
What you say, Matty?
We got to talk about Ole Miss. Ole Miss, they might not have a better quarterback than last year, but they look like they have a real team, man. Their team is good. But next week, LSU 4-13. I love Ole Miss there.
Ooh.
I love Ole Miss. My take is I don't think LSU is actually that great.
Chambliss is from my neck of the woods. He's from West Michigan.
We're realizing
he actually transferred from my mother's alma mater, Ferris
State.
We
thought the win versus Clemson was impressive, but now we're realizing how bad Clemson is. So we now realize LSU isn't that good. I love Ole Miss there.
And LSU's offense has not looked good.
Yeah.
It's straight up not looked good, especially from where they were last year.
And
how much hype Jared Nussmeier had coming in. Ugh. They have zero run
game. Jim, do you have a boner for Indiana?
I do.
We got to talk about them.
I love Kurt Signetti. He's a fucking psychopath. Fernando Mendoza, Cal legend, transfers in, looks better than Curtis Rourke did. I think this Indiana team is better than last year.
Well, you know what's interesting about that game? I was either going to bet on Miami or go big on Illinois. And I was just like, Illinois is Indiana last year. Indiana had their moment last year. They got the roses. They're back to they're good, but not but this is the fucking, they put a beat down on a team that everybody was sucking the dick of Illinois.
Not me.
Jim was not sucking that
I thought
dick,
Illinois
Maddie.
was good, but like if you remember at Maddie, you remember Illinois from last year? They were a good team last year, but anytime they faced a team that was like ranked in the top 15, they crumbled.
Sure.
But yeah, Illinois
was kind of, and they were also like Illinois was also down their like entire starting defensive backfield.
They lost by 50 points.
Oh, I agree. They got embarrassed. Indiana's the way better team.
Yeah.
But kudos to Cignetti. Where do you think he's coaching next year?
Indiana.
Hopefully still Indiana.
He likes it there.
Everybody calling him to Florida already.
Maybe, but like the thing is,
somebody's gonna get the Brinks truck to go to Florida. I wouldn't be
surprised. But like Indiana, I mean, a Florida job would obviously be bigger, but like a team in Indiana's position, being in the Big Ten, you actually have.
What about Nick Saban?
So like. Indiana, it's a tough job to leave for.
What about Nick Saban?
I'd be curious about the boosters. Florida. I feel like the South. That I feel like Florida would get them if they wanted them.
I think Florida could. I think he has. Does he have ties to the South?
I have no idea.
That'd be the only issue I could see people going for.
Yeah, but I wonder if Florida. You think Florida would try to lure Meyer back out of retirement?
They 100% would try it. I don't know if a lot of the fan base would go for it.
Really? You think the fans would kind of revolt against
I don't know. Like, who knows? A guy who's been out of the game that long.
It's just a couple of years, really. I mean, he was in the pros too. Like.
Oh God, he was. Yeah. What was his last college year? Was it 2019?
I think. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
So it's been like 5-6 years since he coached college ball.
Yeah.
The only thing I would worry about is could he adapt to the new era?
I think he would have a lot of struggle. You just don't have that authority you did before.
And that was
transfer portal,
big part of how he coached.
Oh, exactly. He just said, "Fuck you. If you want to go to the NFL, you do exactly what the fuck I want and how I want you to fucking do it." And you can't do that anymore.
So if we're going by jobs opening up, Florida would be number one. Oklahoma State's going to open up this season. Gundy's gone.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head.
He's gone.
I don't know. I think if Kalen DeBoer were to lose 5 games, he might be gone.
Yeah, 7-5. He's done.
But I think he'll get by and have a decent season, honestly.
You think Bill Belichick's a one and done at UNC?
Yes. I don't know why he decided.
I don't think he's going to have any fun this year. I don't think the fans are having any fun.
I think everybody just gave up on him.
Yeah.
Amazing. I just thought it was so funny. The guy's like, this is some Bill Belichick football. It's like a guy ran for 4 yards for a first down, and now you're sucking his dick. They're getting their ass kicked.
Was it like a white receiver?
Dude, what about fucking Texas Tech buying their way basically to a Big 12 championship? They look great.
Yeah, they really did.
Football has changed, man.
They get some rich oil baron coming in, and all of a sudden they're like,
yeah. Well, apparently they have the 3rd highest NIL at their disposal because
they got some super mega rich oil guy that's just kind of trying to be the Phil Knight of Texas Tech.
Right. Yeah, but it's paying off, man. You don't see Utah get handled like that too often, and
especially
if I was writing a TV show, if we ever did one again, Luke,
I
would want to do one where it's about people like you have like a Dave Portnoy character, you got a rich oil guy, and they're all fighting to pay off college kids to play football. So they're the stars of the show. And it's like, Will Ferrell would be like perfect casting as the rich asshole from Texas.
Be like a funny Game of Thrones kind of thing.
It would be fun to have these guys fight over some 18-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What they'll do to get him,
it's funny thinking of Portnoy trying to convince Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison's in his 80s, right?
Yeah.
And he runs one of the biggest corporations on the world. Some days, depending on his stock, he's the richest man in the world. And then he's going to sit down with Dave Portnoy, who made his name throwing foam parties, and try to get like 10 million to go to some dude from Detroit. It's just the dynamics are pretty insane.
If you had like 6 main characters too,
of
like 6 uber rich guys that are huge, like loyal guys to their alumni.
Yeah.
You can even have like an XFL gym guy play like a Nebraska guy, but he's got to be more creative because he's got the least amount of money.
Oh, I like that.
So he's got to figure out all these ways to get these kids his own way.
Is Warren Buffett going to donate anything to that NIL when he kicks it?
Maybe a little bit.
What's his alumni? Where did he go to school?
He kind of went like I think he went to like UNL and UNO.
Funny thing is, Larry Ellison went to Purdue too, but he probably forgot that because it was like, 50 years.
Hey, looking at the game,
of which though, they're fucking fun. Purdue is fun. You guys watch any of that?
Well, they put up like 30 against Notre Dame, so
Friday night.
Barry Odom is a great coach. He will Purdue's going to be like fine. Barry Odom he's a good coach.
And are you
a lot of good games this weekend?
Is anybody buying USC yet?
I am.
How good are they?
Very good.
I think they're compete for the Big Ten great. I don't think they're win the Big Ten great.
Okay.
I think they're going to be in the shuffle to make the Big Ten championship game.
The big game this week is Oregon Penn State. By the way, did you hear how they do these games now? There's no channel has like the SEC or the Big Ten or whatever. They draft games.
Oh, really?
Well, so the Fox owns like a majority of the Big Ten. So Fox gets like first selection on a lot of games throughout the season. But then like CBS gets some of these, NBC gets some of these, so on and so on.
So NBC gets Oregon Penn State, which is a huge one. Alabama, what a night. Saturday night at the same time. Oregon Penn State, Alabama, Georgia. Where are you going to be Saturday night, XFL, Jim?
Bangers. I'm going to be in front of my TV having my 4-screen on, baby.
Exactly, like a man.
It's going to be fantastic. And Nebraska's on a bye, so I don't even need to worry about
Friday night, you got my boy TCU, Josh Hoover, number 24 ranked, 11 touchdowns, 2 picks, versus a very good Arizona State team.
That's going to be fun.
It's going to be a hell of a Saturday. And
Indiana versus Iowa should be sneaky fun, too.
Mm-hmm. I think Michigan's on a bye, right?
They are.
The end of Buzzy Williams, or whatever that guy's name is. Buzzy McGee, or whatever.
Biff Poggi? Come on, Biff dog. All right, you guys want to get into the NFL?
I'm ready for the NFL. What a week. A wild week.
The block kick week.
Yes.
I guess.
One of the worst gambling bad beats of all time.
Fuck. How annoying was that if you were a fan of one of those teams?
Well, if you bet on the Rams, I feel sorry for you.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm a Rams fan, say you had it's one of those games where if you have that ticket, you are counting your money, and you're saying, well, the worst thing that could happen is they block a kick and they return it, and then you go, that just can't happen. And even if he blocks the kick, he would know to go down because, once you go down, the game is over. But it just was like, oh, shit. You're going to lose. I've lost like that in my life, and you're going to win a game like that in your life.
Yeah.
But heartbreaker.
Well, it was shitty, but the Rams have no one to blame but themselves. Because I don't know what was going on this week. Like, there was just so many of these fucking kicks.
Block kicks, chaos, and then, blowouts.
The one thing about the NFL, though, that they have is good is that we all were like, oh, just give the Packers their rings. And now they lose to Cleveland. I don't care if it's not a fluke. If you're a juggernaut, you beat Cleveland by 20 points.
Yeah.
You don't make it close. So they're not as good as we thought they were.
No.
It was a very good week. Let me just go over some of the games. It started, Buffalo played hard. Maybe the weirdest game was the Vikings just killing the Bengals. The
Carson
Buccaneers
Wentz,
Jets.
baby.
The Bucks Jets was a real awesome game. Baker Mayfield is establishing himself as one of the best quarterbacks. The Jaguars are winning despite of maybe even being good. I don't even know what they are right now.
Hey, Maddie, what's up with Brian Thomas?
What's what?
What's up with Brian Thomas?
Dude, you know what's weird is I drafted him in a lot of fantasy leagues because I was watching a John Gruden thing where he was visiting NFL places and he visited Jacksonville. And our boy Liam Cohen was like, Ryan Thomas is going to be like an elite receiver. So when I get that information, I drafted him. He's got like these weird alligator arms. He's not reaching to catch the ball. It's weird.
It's like he's afraid.
He seems like a second baseman who can't throw the first. Like he's got this weird mental ips going on.
That happens.
Yeah. I would say the Broncos are the best 1 and 2 team in the league. The Chargers finding ways to win. The Bears got healthy. Caleb Williams.
The Cowboys defense is so bad.
You know how bad they are? They usually like when a guy comes back, he gets fired from the Bears. He knows the Bears, and he's gonna thrust his revenge on him, and then he gets his ass kicked. Like Eberflus is just a bum. I don't know how he has a job anywhere.
Well, I think you can look at what the Giants' offense looked like against the Cowboys, and then every other game they've had so far, and it's crazy.
Anyway, does somebody want to tell Russell Wilson like it's okay to retire?
He's hurting his legacy, right?
Let him cook.
He's hurting his legacy at this point.
Yes.
It is weird, like how far he fell off, and is still like not a completely old
he's
man.
Like hanging on because there's enough teams that like if they don't have a guy right away they want to put in, it's like we'll like kind of plug it in with Russell Wilson now, so there'll be like a job for him. But
yeah,
God, is he like just so bad?
They'll think it's a couple weeks till we see Jackson Dart, though.
I think about a week or two, but it's fun to watch.
When do they play? They play the Saints in like 2 weeks, right?
They play the Saints in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's when we see him.
Yeah.
Dart versus Rattler, the dream matchup. We've been
baby.
Creaming over.
By the way, I saw the way Dart dresses. Oh.
Crazy, right?
He's like Machine Gun Kelly or something.
Yeah, my wife made a comment that I can't even repeat on the air about him. And I'll tell you guys later.
I do enjoy the Cam Scatterboo thing, though. You see him do that backflip?
He's fun as hell.
Yeah. I just bought my nephew football cards, and he got a Cam Scatterboo card. And I'm trying to take it from him.
All right, we had a lot of injuries, too, this week. Joey Bosa, done for the season.
For the year.
Out for the year.
An injured Bosa. Who could believe it? What do we else? We got Najee Harris out for the year. I think he tore his Achilles.
Eckler is out.
Yeah.
A lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, it was a shit show.
I mean, I thought the Bengals would do okay with Jake Browning, but now I'm realizing, like, no, he's not. He got totally worked.
Put in Mike White, maybe?
The writer-director of White Lotus?
Just end the season.
Mike White?
Or maybe try and, like, make a trade for the Giants to get Jameis? Jameis on the Bengals?
See, that's the thing. You get, like, Russell or Kirk Cousins is another one. There's a couple guys that can fill in, but, like, you got to think about it. If you're getting those guys, you're probably not going to win anyway.
I think Kirk Cousins could do some damage with that Bengals roster.
Maybe, but God, was he awful last year. He looks like he was having ips last year as well. Like he couldn't throw a 5-yard pass at the end of the year.
Well, I mean, you saw how Penix looked Sunday.
Penix looked bad, but again, it's only a 6th or 7th start. You know, we want these quarterbacks to be so good so fast. and it takes a while.
The Falcons didn't get past the 30-yard line the whole game.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like that.
You want a not fun Penix Pro stat?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has not won a game where his defense has allowed more than 7 points.
Well, I still think he's going to be good.
I believe in him. I love Michael Penix.
Only
I'm a
7
huge
games.
Michael Penix fan.
Well, wait. When did they go back to Kirk Cousins? Come on.
No.
They can't.
Then they should trade him now and get some value out of him. Because
I agree.
I think even if they trade him, I still think they have to eat a bunch of that contract.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's lost money anyways,
Yeah.
So trade him, get some value for it, let somebody else pay. So that was a shit dumb contract to begin with. Or maybe they just bench Penix after a while and go back with him at some point. I don't see why not.
Who's your Maddie right now? Who's the Super Bowl?
Well, it's so crazy because it's like the Packers were the team. I'm going to say right now, I hope the Bills don't choke. Well, I'm going to go Bills-Rams. I still believe in the Rams. I think they're going to learn from blowing that game. They should have won that game. They play the Eagles the best. I feel like the Eagles are hanging on. Eventually, they're going to lose a few games.
I worry about Stafford being able to make it a whole season, though.
That's a problem, but the Packers, you just can't do that. If you want to be a championship team, you got to bury the bad teams. And, forget about block field goal. You win that game by 14 or 15. So, I don't know if they're all completely there. But I'll say right now, I'm going to say Rams and Buffalo. But it can change. The Ravens are good. The Lions
I think the Chiefs will get better, too.
I mean, the Lions are playing the Ravens toe-to-toe. I'm not going to say anything. No spoilers.
Dude, the Chargers are looking good.
Oh, yeah, the Chargers are looking awesome. I think the Bills are a little better, and I think if you ask Herbert if he has to play in the playoffs in Buffalo, he's not going to win there.
Well, yeah, I think they could win a lot of games. They might get home field advantage, too. So, who knows? We'll see.
But, yeah.
We'll see. All right. Is anybody buying Buccaneers at the Super Bowl? You think Baker could do that?
They're so hurt.
Yeah.
The Bucs?
They're so banged up.
I believe in them, but, every game.
How long can they keep this up?
They've needed every game. They've needed Baker to do amazing things, and eventually you got to win some easy games. And it's again, you got to kill the Jets. I like the Jets. They have heart, but you got to kill them. I felt like the Patriots-Steelers was a frustrating game because I had the over, and the Patriots basically blew 2 times at the goal line. They threw an interception and a fumble. And that was infuriating. I don't really know what to think about the Steelers, and I think the Seahawks are decent. They took care of business very easy, and the Colts are great.
I'm relieved as a coach now that he gets to move on from fucking.
It just takes some places like an average to above average quarterback for it to work, and then you're learning how bad Anthony Richardson is.
All right. What are you looking forward to next? Next week's kind of a lot of weird matchups. The one sticking out to me are
the schedule.
Eagles, Buccaneers.
Yeah,
that'll be awesome.
We got Colts, Rams. So I think we'll get a better idea of the Colts after that game.
I'll be up early to watch the Steelers, Vikings.
In past years, I'd say Ravens, Chiefs, but I don't know.
Do you guys see? So the Steelers, Vikings. I'm pretty sure JJ's going over to Europe to do his rehab there too with the team.
That's wild.
Because the Vikings have back-to-back Europe games.
Yeah.
So they do Europe, and then I think it's a bye, and then it's another Europe game.
He's going to go over to Switzerland and get some injections, if you know what I'm saying.
He's going to do the blood transfusions that Christian McCaffrey did.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant did some shit in Switzerland. No one's quite sure what he did over there, but got healed up over there. So Chiefs Ravens 2, luster's off of it a little bit with the
that's the game of the week. And then we get to see Micah Parsons come back to Dallas.
Oh yeah, that'll be exciting, but probably a blowout as well. Who knows? Yeah, not a lot of great games, but the ones that are good should be. Really
and then
good.
Monday night you got Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Broncos.
Ugh.
Gross. That's awful.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is probably the best Monday quarterback in that group, right? Like easily.
I love the Monday night doubleheader. It's a lot of fun.
I kind of wish they did it like they did it last week, though, where they did back to back instead of right at the same time.
Yeah, I like when it's 1 and then 2.
Because this one of them's what? One of them's at like 7:30 Eastern, the other one's at 8:30.
Yeah,
it's like just an hour difference.
You guys want to talk baseball for a second?
Yeah, hit me, Maddie.
I'll just be real fast because it's very interesting. You know, the baseball led a bunch more teams in the playoffs, so you're getting very interesting races. The Mets are on a massive collapse. They had a huge lead to at least make the wild card. They're tied with the Reds for the last spot.
Wow.
And then there's like in the American League, there's 7 teams alive for basically 4 spots.
Yeah.
And I think the Mariners will win their division, but you got the Astros, the Red Sox, and the Guardians all fighting for a playoff spot. And the Guardians and the Tigers are interesting.
Tigers have collapsed.
The Tigers are falling apart. So the Guardians are only a game behind.
Yeah.
The Guardians have won like 18 out of 20 to make this really interesting.
Yeah.
And the Tigers have lost 6 in a row.
No, so I'm a Tigers fan. It's pretty scary now, but it's been like that since the All-Star break. They had like a 10-12
Well, the good
game
news of the Tigers is they play the Red Sox 3 games.
Yeah.
And even if they don't win the division, they can still make the playoffs.
Sure.
But a massive collapse. The Astros are collapsing. The Red Sox are having trouble. It's going to be very interesting the last week of the season, and it should be interesting what the Reds do with the Mets because that is insane that it got that close.
Yeah. No doubt. All right.
So just thought I'd let you guys know that.
Yeah, that's good. I follow baseball. I follow the standings at least.
Yeah.
You know, and then
I've been laughing about the Mets. That's what I've been laughing about.
The Mets have won.
One of Maddie's best friend loves the Mets. So
the Mets have lost.
For
the
him.
Mets have had like 4-7 in a row losing streaks in the last like 80 games, which is almost unheard of. I take that back, 3. So they've lost 2 in a row, and they had to play the Nationals, which is like the worst team that basically gave up. So it's pretty wild.
Maddie, your boy Bruce Pearl out.
He left?
Yeah, he's done.
But in Stephen Pearl.
Oh, of course. That's how it is. That's what North Carolina's going to do that too. The problem with that situation, though, is like
Belichick's not there next year. His son ain't going to.
You only get like 2 years though of after if he has a bad year this year and then a bad year the next year. People are going to want to get rid of him. So,
nepotism only takes you so far.
Exactly.
That's funny too, because Auburn's like a really good basketball school now. You know.
Yeah, and it seems like Bruce Pearl isn't that old, but I guess he is.
He's been around. I didn't realize he's been there like 11 years.
Yeah, and he had a good run with Tennessee.
I remember him at Tennessee. I couldn't believe it's been that long since he's been at Tennessee.
His best moment is when he touched Erin Andrews.
He touched her.
You don't remember that?
No.
Look up Bruce Pearl, Erin Andrews.
Now I have to do this.
You know what I'm talking about, Jimbo?
I remember hearing about it.
Oh, it's great.
It's weird. That doesn't pop up, but Bruce Pearl, Charlie Kirk does.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's more recent.
But if you look up Bruce Pearl, Erin Andrews, that's his Mona Lisa.
All right, I'm gonna do it right now.
Done to Chris Lofton in the first half.
Hold him. Drape him like this.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
They're doing a good job.
Wow.
Making his touches difficult. What a start to the game, huh? That's nuts. The way both teams are shooting the ball, they can't beat us from 3 all night long. They just can't. I thought offensively.
Good stuff.
So he basically says he draped him, and then he grabs her very weirdly, and then he tries to spend the rest of the conversation moving on, but you could just see it in his in his face, like he realized he did something stupid.
Good stuff.
Yes, I'm surprised he wasn't sued for $50 million after that.
This was before the Me Too movement.
Well, she had already sued because she had been photographed nude.
Yeah,
in
that was
hotel,
crazy. Yeah, that's horrible.
Which she should have sued for. That was terrible. And then sad news for Rockets fans. Fred VanVleet tore an ACL.
That sucks. I also heard Akeem Olajuwon's son is going to Stanford.
Oh, wow. Smart kid. I wonder if, what are the odds his son's going to be?
Fred's a good player. He's like a scrappy, good point guard. You know what you're getting with him, but he is replaceable. Like, it's kind of replaceable.
Yeah, but that's a good guy. You know, that's a good
great guy
leader,
to have. Great team.
Good,
he's like a Sam
he's won
Cassell,
a championship. The kind of
very consistent, good player.
Yeah, for where they're at, because most of their team is so young, and so with Durant and him, I think it was going to give him a little bit more of an.
Oh,
edge.
by the way, I just noticed something. The Miami Marlins are still alive. They won 9 out of 10. I mean, they have to pretty much win out, and teams have to lose, but they're still alive too.
That's hilarious. Yeah, they're only 4 back from the Mets. So
there's 6 games, so that's going to be rough. But
who knows?
Nice little ending for their season.
It'll be fun.
They still couldn't sell a ticket though.
No, even if they won the.
By the way, Clayton Kershaw pitched his last game in the regular season. It was very emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a legend.
Well, he gave up it was funny because he gave up a homer, I think, at the leadoff.
Yeah, but he's also got a gut.
And everyone's like, oh, he must have thought it was the playoffs.
Yeah. he had a great career. He's a great guy. It was cool seeing Matt Stafford there that, they grew up together.
Did they?
Yeah, they went to high school with the
I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
I didn't know that, Maddie.
Them, Stein.
Was Alex Stein there in attendance?
Yeah, he's not exactly on their level.
He's above it.
Yeah, they couldn't get him.
No, he was attending the Kirk deal.
Right. Yeah. Right. He was leading it. I think he wore a swimsuit, a women's swimsuit to lead the Kirk Memorial. All right. Anything else to add before we cut out this week?
That's it. Just pray. Baby.
Hold on. What's
that,
Jim? I would
say root for the Ravens, but because I hedged out, you can root for the Lions.
Well, I'll be happy for you if you win your extra 100, Maddie.
Well, I only win $60 more.
Okay, but then it's not worth it. Lions must win.
But you guys, next week is going to be a banger of games.
Banger, mate. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week for another exciting edition of the Sports Hole.